Hey everybody, wow. It was Valentine's Day, it's Winter Wonderland, we have a little bit of snow, and we have a surprise for you today that's unbelievable. So much talent, so much love. What a designer, what just an amazing person that's down to earth. Lunden, thank you for being here.
Of course, it's my pleasure.
Come on and tell us your story. We all just can't wait.
How's it going? Well, I'm Look by Lunden, a celebrity stylist, designer, actor, creative director, producer, casting director, anything you could kind of think that's in like the fashion and arts, I'm kind of touching at this point in life.
And great at it too, I must
Thank
say.
you.
And it's just amazing. It just comes right to you, right?
Yeah.
It's a natural thing
Yes,
for you.
because I feel like sometimes you can't, what's the word? You can't really teach style. You know what I mean? Like
That's
I feel
right.
like you kind of have it and you don't. It's one or the other. But I kind of love what I do now because I think now I enter the room different. I think I've been doing this over 20 years now. So I think now that I'm in
Lots
like
of experience.
a lot of experience, but a lot of trial and error. You know what I mean? So now I'm trying to be a different person, meaning I want to be more lighter this time around because before I was more like, ugh, I just got to get to the bag and I'll sleep when I'm dead. And all of those things ran me into the ground.
Okay.
And then I was just drained. You know what I mean? I had nothing to give. And I feel like now that I'm in a better place in life, I feel like now I just want to make sure, even if I'm doing my job, I still want to leave a little bit of light, a little bit of joy in that room because I feel like so many people are going through in life. Let's just be happy. Let's just share love.
No, that's exactly true. And the lessons learned. I mean, here's one thing is that you're absolutely correct about you're going to learn it early or later.
Correct.
It's better if you learn it early so that you can enjoy life as it goes.
Yes, I
Because it's a
agree.
glorious thing.
I totally agree.
Just from what you shared already, we know that you're a family person. We know that you're outgoing and giving and caring. And is the book going to be a part of this thing?
Are you speaking
particular-
into existence? Because I'm here for that. I've been saying I want to write a book for so long, so I think that's literally my next chapter in life. I want to share just a little, maybe a kid's book to start or something like that, because I feel like when I was growing up, I didn't have me to look at. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
I grew up, all my brothers do sports, all my sisters do, hair and stuff, and I just wasn't into neither one. Like, I wasn't into sports, I wasn't into like hair and stuff, so it was just like, what can I fit in? You know what I mean? So I think I want to write a book about not fitting in, but still being yourself. You know what I mean? Something like that.
Exactly.
But I also feel like, I
Be
think,
me. That's it.
oh, come on.
Be me.
I'm gonna have to
That's
give
it.
her 10%.
Yeah. Be me. That's it. I mean, that's it. That's it. Be
I like
me.
that.
I love that.
Yeah.
It just fits exactly what you just said.
Thank you. And then I just feel like working in the industry, like I worked with people like the Little Kims, the Scarlips, the, Jay Ellis from Insecure, and other people from VH1 to Peacock now. And it's just really like, I'm starting to see that the people that I'm working with is different than the people that I used to work with, which is not a good or a bad thing, but I feel like now my clients are coming in and they're teaching me a little bit something. They're being, they're being the light in my life and stuff like that. Before, it wasn't that. It was just like, you're here to do your job. I'm here to do my job and get out of here. You know what I mean? So now I like when I'm more personable with my clients. I like when, they care about me and I care about them. You know what I mean? Because I feel like,
but it's like you developing your second family, so to speak.
Yes.
And especially when you bring other creators to look at what you've done and maybe share some ideas so that you could improve what you've done.
No, that's correct.
And
you got to keep
so
learning.
It's room for growth.
Yes.
And the growth is so important. And that's what you look at in the final moments is that the results, right?
Mm-hmm. That's a fact.
Yeah.
And not to be so hard on myself this go around. Like, I want to give myself grace. I want to give myself, it's okay to fail this go around. It's okay to mess up. You know what I mean? Because
we're human.
We're human. But I grew up in that family where it was like you had to do everything correct. Like, my dad
parents
is a
were gonna
military.
pressure
My mom was a Black Panther. So it was very much like,
The Black Panther movement is just, it's a lot of strength in that.
Yes, no, it is.
So
and I'm
mean,
grateful for what they both instilled in me. But I'm just like.
But the playing around and shellacking around is not what they like.
Oh, no. There was no playing around in that house.
They more stern, you know what I mean? So the sternness is good, but like I say, in your space, it might take away some of your creativity because you like to go for the stars and the moon and Jupiter. You know what I mean? You're not just on the planet Earth.
No. And I like people that are okay with that too, because I
love that.
I was in jury duty, and it's crazy. One of the ladies that was in the room, and it was weird that she said that. She was just like, "Bring yourself down," and I was like, "No, like I'm always gonna bring myself up regardless." She was like, "No, you just want to be quiet and be not seen." I was like, "No, not for me."
No, that's not how you're gonna make a good, excellent living.
No,
that's not how you're gonna be. Like right now, you're in front of this camera. There's a reason why.
And it took me a long time to like what I seen in the mirror. You get what I'm saying? So so going forward, there's no quiet London. There's no like walking in the room with my head down. There's none of that. Like I love what I see in the mirror finally, you know?
Of course, we all love what we see.
It takes us a long time. Some of us don't. And I feel like everybody needs to work on themselves. Like I tell my family this, and sometimes they don't like it, but I'm like, everyone needs therapy. Everyone.
Yeah.
Anybody growing up black, you need therapy.
Yeah, absolutely. And that mental, like that little touch of that mental, I don't want to say illness, but that mental mentality that we have, that we think that it's lesser of us to try to
get help.
Yeah, to improve ourselves. You know what I mean?
No.
And if we go through a little depression because, you know, whatever, not exactly, we're not exactly where we wanted to be at this point, and all these things that we make up and conjure up in our mind.
Give yourself grace.
Yeah, absolutely.
Give yourself grace.
I love that. And then your spiritual side. Oh man, that's deep.
It took me a long time to get here.
Out of you.
It
it's
took me a long
out of
time.
you.
It took me a long time though, because I had to know that I wasn't like everybody else. And I think that's what took me so long. Like I wanted to be like everybody else for so long, and I wanted to be like everybody else for so long that now that I'm finally being me and I'm happy in me, that like I don't ever want to go back. You know what I mean? Like, so if I gotta mix God in with whatever I'm doing, or if I gotta, you know, be the light in the room with whatever I'm doing, then it's fine. I'm okay with that. Like if you're looking at me different because I want to be nicer to the person sitting next to me, and I'm saying like, let's stop talking about this person. Like, can we stop doing that?
Yeah.
If you don't want to be around that, then cool. Then we weren't meant to be around each other.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying?
It's exactly true. Because if you can't say something nice, let's be quiet.
Come on, our parents taught us that when we was younger.
Yeah.
If you don't got nothing nice to say, don't say it at all.
Let's be quiet. You know, because opinions are opinions, and we can still have our own opinions, and we can still get along. That's why we're at this point of all this war and all this madness and foolishness.
Let's go. Let's
you
talk
know,
about
what's
it.
that these kids are so mentally under anguish that they just come and just get in a place and just start shooting and killing people.
Because there's no love in the world no more.
We didn't have that. We had craziness, but
yeah.
not wild like that.
But it's because we had loved ones.
With guns?
We had loved ones. No. We still had kids with guns back in the day, but it was one or two.
Okay.
Now everybody has. You know what I'm saying? But I also feel like that's what we're lacking. We're lacking that big mama's house. We're lacking that, you know, family dinner time. We're lacking that let's check in time. You know, all the family coming together for Christmas. We don't do those things anymore. Big mama house. We don't. Do we? No, we don't. And I think that's what's missing.
I think honestly, for myself, I always have that to initiate. But the other thing is that, well, in my situation, once the elders leave, our grandparents and our parents and our mom and dads, then I don't want to say that I'm not as cherished or as loved as just being a cousin or
I agree.
auntie or things like that. But I mean, because honestly, for the first time this year, I always take time to be with, because particularly since my brother's not here, his daughter, my niece, her children, my nieces and nephews and grandnieces and nephews and great-grandnieces and nephews, the twins. But their excitement, like how our parents used to, like I could go and talk to my aunt or my uncle about anything and go, you know, sometimes even my mother didn't, I could get an extra little hand of change or, you know
But I think that's what I meant though. I feel like we have to, we have to replace that now. And I think that's what we're doing.
Best we can,
yeah, because I know with my nieces and nephews, and I have like 30 plus nieces and nephews, but I'm trying to be that, you know, I guess we call it the big mama's house type of vibe. You know what I mean? Come to me with whatever. Let me talk to you. Don't go out in the street and try to figure it out. Like, even if you can't talk to my brother or sister, your parents, come talk to me. You get what I'm saying? Because sometimes that's all humans need. Somebody to listen to them. Somebody to give them a hug. Somebody to be like, I'm here for you. Are you okay? And I think that's what we're missing in this world. It's just like go. Bills.
Yep. And that's it. And that's the main thing too. Our main concern Not that it shouldn't be at a lot of times,
No,
because it is
facts.
important that we have enough money to
Right, to live. Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? But
you got to make time.
you got to make time. And like with my niece, my grandniece, the Jasmine, with the traveling and the air stewardess and the this and that, and dating the pilot and this and that. She said she was coming tomorrow, but you know, I say to myself, well, listen, you're only 21. Take it easy. Oh no, but my dad signed the thing for my new place, and I said, well, take it easy. When you want to teach them the right thing,
Right.
and you said for yourself. I mean, out of all my brothers and sisters, I'm uniquely me, and they can say the same about them.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, there's a time and place for everything.
That's a fact. I agree.
There's a time and place for everything.
Mm-hmm.
And that's as simple as that. You know what I mean? So I know when you communicating, because you're more of like a elite. I only have to deal within my perimeter of my own family and close friends and my godchildren and things like that. But you are more of a universal fixture, because, and believe it or not, these kids need people like you. Because sometimes the big sports jockey or the big football player or this and that, nothing wrong with loving sports and everything, because we all love what we do.
No, of course.
You know what I mean? But the other things, as they get all of this money that they can have forever and ever, a lot of the entertainers too. I mean, what's the matter with coming around and creating a park or something for these kids?
Come on, I agree.
Or
After school programs, any of those things, and I think that's what we're missing.
And not necessarily, even though, our home is Africa, we are all, we know that, but not necessarily always just in Africa, that even though we haven't done enough for Africa, but let's also put some things in these inner cities where these kids are really suffering. They don't have the programs and things that we even used to have, and we didn't have much.
But that's why these kids are outside more, because there's no programs, there's nothing.
I think this is the reason that they getting involved with guns and all
but also
this
because
kind of
it's
stuff.
all on like social media. It's all on television.
Should we
Everything
cancel
is
some
cool.
of it?
I think I do
or
agree.
Is it too big that we can't?
I don't think we
anything
can
about
do
it?
anything about it, because the kids are like that's how they breathe. Like back in the days, we used to go in the room and just play and create stuff in our own way.
Play music.
Right
and
now,
dance.
they're getting it from the television. They're getting from the TikToks. They're getting it from and that's and not saying it's wrong, but we gotta like start to monitor what the youth is watching and getting into, because look what everyone's turning into. I think the world is really angry right now, and everybody's so uptight, and everybody's all like, So I think if we could change that, like that's one of the things I want to do. I want to have a home for up and coming stylists, because I didn't have that when I was in the game. I think all the stylists that I reached out to did not want to help me when I was coming up. So I feel like, because I don't know. I think we have this black mentality where it's like, this is my money, I'm gonna keep it tight. No, there's enough money to go around.
There's enough for everybody.
So I feel
Don't they see that like each and every day, whenever it rains, the ocean never overflows?
Come on, speak on it.
It rains and it does whatever, and everything is just still fine.
Yep, and I wish people would think like that.
But and every day we have new people coming into this world. We have people leaving it, and we have people coming into it.
Yes.
Which means that it doesn't stand still.
Right.
So there's always room for growth. What is the matter?
Do you want to grow? That's the question.
Now that's it. Do we want to just basically, and I think that we already know the answer, because the people that are super rich that are running the world, like everything just the way it is. They want enough poor so they don't have to worry about nothing. They don't have to pay taxes, and they don't have to see the poor people or people of color.
Come on. Speak on it.
So they got their own island, and it's fine.
But that's why we need to make our own island, and it's time. I think it's time for black excellence to really be black excellence and not just a word.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it's just a thing, like black excellence.
Yeah.
No, can it really be like how Black Panthers were a thing?
Yeah.
You get what I'm
that's
saying?
right.
That I would love
but then
that.
that generates so much hate towards us. Whenever we do
That
good
is
things
true.
for the world,
That
they
is true.
kill us. I mean,
That is true.
You just said it. The Malcolm, the MLK X was, You got to check it out. I think it's on the Hulu or whatever.
Okay.
I did bring you a flyer too from it, but you know, and it wasn't even all of the stories that say you and I would know of, but it was a general based collaboration of historical facts here and there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But you know, and I know that it's so much harder if you want to be a person of kindness and humility.
Why is that?
Yeah.
It's just like eating healthy. It's harder to eat healthy than it is to eat. Like, that's so true. I never thought about it because it's just like being healthy eating. It's like you can go to Burger King because it's right around the corner.
Yeah.
Or you can think about it and be like, no, I'm deciding to change my living because everybody in my family has high blood pressure. Everybody in my family. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's the same thing with being kind.
Out, even if Nana lived 103 or whatever, but
it's the same thing with being kind. Too
much this and too much that, and the coffee all day, and the thing.
But it goes back to the being kind thing. You know what I mean? Like it takes a lot of. Actually, no. I feel like it's a 50-50 because I feel like it's more work to be angry. I think because when I'm angry, my whole day is over. Like, I don't like being angry because literally that's all I could think about. You get what I'm saying? But when I'm kind and when I'm
to a way
takes away the whole day
that you don't want to be.
But when I'm kind, it feels lighter. It feels like I can walk to. Somebody can bump. I'll never forget this. This lady bumped into me and she apologized. Like, it was totally like, because I was in a good place and she was like, oh, I'm sorry. And in my head, I'm like, oh, she's about to like be rude. And she actually was like, you're actually nice to bump into. And I was like, well, thanks. Have a good day. But the normal me, maybe I would have been like, watch where you go to New York. You know what I mean? But it's just like, just be kind. Why not? Kind. You know?
And it don't cost us nothing.
It don't cost us nothing.
And the energy that it gives us.
That's why you look so young. That's why you look so young.
Yeah, thank you.
Because you're kind.
Yeah. Well, it don't cost me nothing. And if I can make a person smile, I'd rather that than them to curse me out.
Come on. I agree.
I mean, it just, you know, New York is not, listen.
It's not soft.
You better not. We can go down south and there's kindness.
Yes.
There's kindness everywhere, you know. But you know, New York, listen, you better not. Don't bump into my baby on the bus. The bus is crowded. What do you
want us to do?
What the people got to get through?
I agree.
If you would have pushed my baby down, I'll have to beat you. I was raised properly, and my mother's a good mother. But if you push my baby down, and the bus is like this, man, crowded.
But I think that's what they want us to do. Because, you know, like, all the trains are now crowded, all the subways, the buses are crowded, New York is crowded, so it makes you even more like, get off of me, get off, you know what I mean? And it's just like, just take a breather.
And when you want private, you go in your own
go
car.
Home.
You go in your own private car.
But I think a lot of people need to have that morning conversation with themselves to be like, today's going to be a good day. Today I'm going to be a good person. Let's try that. You know what I mean? Let's try to put the goodness out there. Because if you start your day with,
that's exactly what the Buddha does every day.
Come on.
That's what the reason why I look in front of the mirror, looking at myself, and that's the prayer. Now, what can I do to be a better person, even better than I was yesterday, 5 years ago, 10 years ago? If each day I'm improving, then what is that going to say for the people around me?
Yep. And I always ask God, like, please remove anything that's not for me or I'm not for them. Like, vice versa. Because sometimes you're not for the right, you know? Who's to say you're right for that person? And they might not be right. So definitely put that out there. Because a lot of people look shiny. Doesn't mean you're supposed to pick them up.
That's right. That's right. That's exactly true. You know, you are just so uplifting in your everything, your mannerisms and your conversation.
Thank you.
It's just so profound, and I really am truly happy and gifted that, you know, feel like this is a special gift, you know, because there's certain people that just naturally have it, and you are one. And usually women pour it out, but men, not so much. 'Cause
And
they always wanna
that's
be
what I want to.
macho.
Come on, speak on
this
it.
and that.
And that's why I want to be who I am
Yeah.
today, because I grew up like that. Toughen up.
Yeah.
Don't cry.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to cry. You
right.
almost made me cry just thinking about how much I've grown. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't care. I'm going to deal with my feelings, because I'm not going to be one of those
People
80-year-old,
holding it
90 men that's just angry for no reason because
Yeah.
he couldn't cry when he was in his 30s or 40s.
Yeah.
Won't be me. Won't be me.
Yeah, I know that's right. That's a wonderful thing. So now we know you got so many things coming up. Tell us what you can actually share with us.
Okay, I'll give you a
Because
little.
we make it easy.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm working on a lot. I just closed out Fashion Week. Actually, I have one more show. We're doing like an Influencers of New York fashion show, where it's like all the influencers of New York is going to be modeling.
Okay.
I'll be styling them. But I just finished doing I just produced 3 fashion shows this year. I'm working on a film that I'm in. I think it's about. Can I say what it's about? Well, it's about Harlem in the 80s.
But you
so
just
you know
make
what that
sure.
is.
I already told you when you want me to come in.
No, yeah, I
just
definitely
come
will.
and slide me in the spot.
Oh, no,
in
100%.
it. I'm ready for you.
I'm going to be dropping a clothing line, maybe
Okay.
2 different clothing lines. Stay tuned.
Okay.
And I'm just.
You want to keep the women fierce too?
Oh, yeah, both.
Okay.
Men and women.
All right,
'Cause
perfect.
honestly, that's how I started. I started with designing for women before I
Okay,
even
beautiful.
touched men. But now that I'm growing in my styling, I want to style everybody. From the babies to your grandma to your, to the
absolutely.
judge, anybody.
All right. Everybody. That's
everybody
right.
needs style. That's my
it.
goal,
That's right.
And what else is for me this
And
year?
then your repertoire is going to be funky shades. Is going to be.
I don't know.
Rings.
You got to
is
stay
gonna be,
tuned.
All right, I'm stay tuned.
I'll give you a little bit.
Swimwear.
Everything. I want to, because my goal is and since I was a kid, I've always said this, I wanted to do this to be a household name. And the reason why I want to be a household name is because I feel like I said, I've never seen me on television and my type of guy on television.
Okay.
It's always like, you either get the macho guy, you get the extra feminine guy, or maybe you get the guy that's in between. Like, it's never like just, I don't know. I just haven't seen me, this black man on television that's like creative and that's giving hope and that's being, loving, that's being themselves, that's not trying to be what the industry wants them to be. So I'm just ready to show the world all sides of me this year. Like, I'm actually in the studio working on some music for the first time.
All right. Well, I can mix you some beats and everything.
Yeah.
Just let me know.
Definitely.
Listen.
Please. Like, I want to work with everybody this year. Like, my goal is to see how I can benefit pushing all my talents out to everybody else. How can I help you, and then you maybe can help me? You know what I mean?
Well, I know some couple of girlfriends. My girlfriend Donna, she has a boy-girl collection, but it's only like, it's she doesn't have anything for boys, however. But listen, I'll give you a number.
Yes, definitely. I'm always looking for new artists to work with.
Because she does like more like panty bra type thing.
Okay.
But she does have like a fierce like robe.
Okay.
But I will pass that number on to you.
Please, I'm always. And
She's
anybody who's
in-
watching
she's
that's a
in,
designer or
she's in
stylist,
Charlotte,
let's work.
but you tell her about throwing you up some stuff to put in a show, and you fab things up. Listen, she'll be with that.
Got
I
it.
know that.
But again, any stylist or any
boy, girl,
designer
excellent stuff.
or anybody who makes clothes, like I want to work with all artists, not
Okay.
just somebody who's in the industry. No, talent is
Yeah.
far right. Anybody can have talent.
Yeah, and it's preferably, I'm glad that you're not prejudiced against people because
No,
it is
'cause
for
everybody's
it
prejudiced
is
against
more
us.
Yeah.
Did you hear me?
more
Like, we walk in the room and they're prejudiced
It's
about
against
our color. So
colors,
no,
yeah.
I cannot do that
Yeah.
to my people, to
Yeah.
anyone. No.
because it is more like a line of stuff, and I'm gonna definitely pass you her number
Please.
too because and that right there, she'll take of that as a benefit.
No, we're
and
gonna
she'll-
do that. Let's totally do
She'll
that.
get something, yeah. Well, you know what? You are just the bomb.
Thank you. So
You
are
tell everybody about how they can reach you, where they can look at your fashion
Of
and
course.
things going on right now.
Yes. You can find me again. It's Looks by Lunden, Lunden. On all social media, Looks by Lunden. Email, website, anything that you can think of if you want to find me is Looks by Lunden. Guys, I hope to see you soon. Remember, give yourself grace and just be nice to your neighbor, please.
Yeah, please. And with that, we conclude part one of this person that's so humble and so kind and so creative. Don't miss what he has to offer. Don't miss any of his enlightenment that's what I have to call it, because it stretches around the board. It's like life itself.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I do thank you for that. And much love for him. And I'm gonna give you Donna Perkins' number too.
Yes.
Absolutely. No
Be
doubt.
safe, guys.
Thanks for checking out the Real Self Talk Show with Sylvia Gina Hunt. Check out these celebrities that Lunden worked with in terms of styling. Enjoy.